coming to the DeFi Talks with EverRise and Benzinga and David. We got some pretty fairly well-known guests for you guys today. We have some awesome people from Floki and Safemoon, and we have just I'm very, very excited for this this talk and this show, and I really can't wait to even get it started. TJ or anybody from EverRise, are you guys here or available?
We're here.
Okay,
Wasso, if you want to request to speak, my man.
Brian, I think we just need a
Hey,
few minutes to get all of our guest speakers up here.
Yeah. Well, hey, sorry guys, sorry to be preemptive. I just kind of
no problem.
Got to
Everyone's
go
excited.
and run
I
it.
understand.
Yeah.
I love that intro, though. That was great.
It was me letting my dogs out and walking over my puppy peeing when I opened the door. And he pees right in front of me on the hardwood floor instead of outside. That was that intro.
Just want to say hello to you guys. I don't know. I came in and then it threw me out. Apparently, I got a technical foul or something, or flagrant. So, but I'm here. Nice to be on here with everybody.
Glad you're here as well. You got a flag on the play?
I guess I hit somebody too hard. I don't know.
Nah, you'll have that.
Yeah, right. So right now we're just waiting for everybody else to come in here. Correct, Brian?
Yeah. We're just kind of letting everybody kind of trickle in, and I think I don't know if all the speakers are here. I'm not quite sure. I think TJ might know more than I would about exactly who's supposed to be speaking.
We have
or their usernames rather.
Yeah, we have one guest from Safemoon that's coming, one guest from Floki that's coming, and two guests from DeFido.
Dang. Stacked.
Fully stacked.
I want to take the time and say thank you to everybody who's joining right now. We'll be starting in a few moments, but again, thank you very much. Should be a fun chat.
While we wait for everyone to kind of funnel in here, Brian, David, how you guys doing? Pretty crazy day for the market.
Yeah. Doing good. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you, David. Go ahead.
No, go for it. Go. No, you go for it.
Oh yeah, everything's good. The crypto market kind of took a little bit of a south hit, but it's kind of expected after the big huge run. I mean, we've had things have gone up over 30%. I mean, look at CRO. Shoo. You guys check that one out. But I mean, it's pretty expected. I kind of like it because now it's time to get back in there.
Absolutely. David, what are your thoughts on the market today? I love your analysis.
I loved it.
And I already know what you're going to say, but I want to hear
I
it.
love it. I mean, like, not financial advice, but buy the fucking dip. And I don't, like, that's it. Like, period. Like, it was supposed to happen. Can't just keep going. Like, people think, like, you're supposed to just continue to go up, up, and up, and up, and up, and, like, not have a pullback. Like, people are going to take profits, and that's great. People are, whales are going to manipulate, and, people probably sold off on this infrastructure bill that got passed. But that doesn't even take effect, what, a year and a half from now? I mean, come on. It's okay. That's fine. You guys want to give up your bags? There's somebody waiting with their arms wide open to take it. Ask Michael Saylor. Ask, there's plenty of people.
%, agreed on that. I mean, I was thinking about even kind of cutting down my ETH position and moving it to, kind of spreading it out. But I was like, well, might as well just keep it rolling. I still have a plus, and this time, and not even, I'd say I give it 2 weeks, is going to be past the all-time high again. Not financial advice, but that's my opinion. I mean, with everything going right now, we got everything moving, everything's pumping, more mass adoption. We got the metaverse rolling out. We got, I mean, there's, you name it, just the blockchain's finally, even more than it has 6 months ago, taking a stronghold, and more people are adopting it. It's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger.
Listen, institutions didn't come in here to play for 5 minutes, and I keep stating this. They didn't come in here to go ahead and look around for 5-10 minutes. They came here to stay, and they're going to keep collecting, and that's what they're going to do today. Like, literally, they have people buying up tons of bags for them, whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever it is. They're just scooping it up. Those that chose to go ahead and sell off, God bless you, man. I'm sure, hopefully, you had a game plan. If 65 or 66 or 60,000 was your mark to go ahead and take profits, God bless you, man. But for the rest of us, like myself, I speak for myself. I'm waiting. I'm going to sit back, wait, accumulate, and watch this market grow. You just said, like, there's so much stuff happening. NFTs, metaverse, like, everything's happening. Like, we are super early. And before everybody comes up, we already have from Floki, we have Saber here. Saber, it's nice to see you up here. Shout outs to Titan. I didn't see Titan here. Hey Titan, how's it going? And we have, I think, London Nation is London Nation. Are you representing for?
Yes, sir. I am. How's it going? I'm here with another gentleman from our team. It's under the name Imagine, right over there. He's a speaker as well.
Cool. So if everybody can retweet this room, if you're interested in listening to this panel, and we have some more people coming. If you're interested in listening to some really smart people educate you about this space, tune into the show tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me, by the way. I'm just going to send this into the Floki community. But I just want to say that I couldn't agree more. I'm not giving financial advice, but just buy the blood, man. I mean, it's patterns. These patterns happen time and time again. And if you want to make real, generational wealth, Buy the red, man. Just buy the blood. Seriously, I don't get. What I don't understand is people that sell the blood and they buy on a green candle. That just, I'm dumbfounded by it, to be honest with you. But anyway, I just wanted to say, agree, 100%. And thanks for having me, by the way.
Yeah, you pretty much explained how I think everybody starts trading. You get into. I think we talked about this on our last spaces too, where you get into this mode where you see it go like, okay, so it goes up 20%, so you try to get it on that 5% or 10% run up, but it went up 200% the day before, and then it goes down 150%. You're like, what the hell? Why? Like, what is, how, why is this happening? It's because you don't look at the big picture. You don't understand the full scope of what's going on, how to trade, how to see things, how to see the importance of, the project, the community, that whole aspect. And then you don't see like what's really going on. Like, where's this pump coming from? What is it doing? Why is it happening? Is it just happening because it's just happening, or is it because there's X, Y, and Z? What are the percentages? What's the candle? Like, you gotta take the full picture. Don't you don't want to be the person that buys high and sells low like everyone else. You want to make this profitable. And a very small percentage of traders in stocks and crypto are not profitable. They just bleed money. They lose money if you're actively day trading or something like that. So learn what you're doing, do your own research, but really look at the big picture and see what you want. Are you wanting to hold this for 5 years? Are you want to make $20? Are you trying to make $2,000 off your $100? Like, what do you want to do with it? So just always keep those things in mind. Sorry to rant on that.
No, I think you make a valid point. Actually, that's how long are you looking to realize the gains that you may be aiming for? Is it 1 year, maybe 6 months, or 5 years? Me personally, I mean, I'm not looking to touch anything for a minimum 4 to 5 years. So I don't know what your position is, or I'll be interested to hear what everyone else is.
Personally, I'm definitely in it for the long haul for most things. It all kind of depends. When I first got into crypto, well, when I first got actively trading into crypto, I did day trading on every single exchange you could find, and I tried them all and tried it out, and I was up like a whole night. Like, I wouldn't sleep for days. I'd get sleep here and there, but like, it would consume me. I'd be always on my phone. I'd constantly watching stuff. I'd be buying and selling. And I realized I was only getting like, you know, 20%, just a very small return. I wasn't really getting a lot. I make like $100, I make $1,000 or something one day, then lose it the next. And unlike stocks or the market, it's just a little different where it's 24/7, and there's not as many regulations and stuff or protections. So you can lose all your stuff real fast. And then I was like, man, I need to be in it to hold. And so now I have a couple different portfolios and wallets, and one of them is on KuCoin. I have a automated trading strategy. Then I have another automated trading strategy that I built with super algos and this other platform. And that's where I have my long-term holds where it rebalances, and just automatically I put money into it and I just let it do its thing. And then I have some staking stuff. But I only, like, just for fun, I have like maybe $500 or $1,000 that I'll trade with every now and again, like day trade with, and actively have fun just to catch run-ups or catch meme coins or something like that. But I do a lot more holding or rebalancing or staking personally.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's so many lucrative things that you can do in the market. I mean, even in times like this. I say times like this on a down day, a bloody day, and nothing said in this space is financial advice. I want to be clear about that. But I mean, the red is the time, like what Saber said. It blows my mind when I see people chase the green and panic on the red. I mean, it's all natural. Things don't go up forever. But with that said, I think we should move into our topic of discussion for today, which is migration. So, quick introduction. I'm TJ. I'm the Director of Communications at EverRise. From my team here, I have Waso, who is the Director of Business Development. Waso, I'll let you do a little intro if you'd like.
Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well. I'm Waso, as TJ said, Director of BD at EverRise. Been in the space for quite a bit. On the project side, I started with Hoj earlier in February. Was a part of that amazing group and that awesome project for several months. I've been EverRise for the last few months, supporting the team and Suresh, our CEO's development of multiple dApps, which we'll discuss in a bit. But I'm happy to be here and I'm excited to talk about migration.
Love it. Yeah, awesome. And then, of course, we have Titan here, who is the CEO of EverRise. Titan, if you want to say hi.
Hi guys. Yeah. Yes. One of our friends Cyber was saying, right, by the blood. Instead of saying by the blood, we can say like you have to drink the blood. We are actually vampires in this crypto world. Like we are like living in the crypto completely. So I would say like drink the blood.
We're all degenerates at this point, which is kind of the attitude you need to have if you're going to survive in this space. So that's the EverRise team. We have David here as well. Jen is on the EverRise account, but we'll move forward and let's see if Saber, if you want to start by giving an introduction about Floki.
Yeah, brother. So I'm Saber. I'm the marketing director and core strategist at Floki. I'm not sure how much you guys know about Floki, but we went through one hell of an adventure a few months back through V1. Essentially, we got rugged. We then went into a V2 type of migration and got rugged there as well by the devs that are brought in. Kind of all messy, really. But what we came out with the other side was a community that, for me, set second to none. It went through a crazy, ups and downs. Actually, reminded me of Ethereum, the whole hacking scandal. I was in Ethereum when it was around $7-8, and that was a serious S show. And you learn very quickly to buy blood, as Titan, as you were saying, we're like vampires, for real. It's crazy when you think of Red Day. I think David touched on it. I hate to say this, but I kind of love Red Days myself. I don't know. It's strange, difficult. It's addictive because when you know what's up and when you can read the patterns and stuff, it's. But anyway, yeah. Look, Floki, we're doing some big things, it's just excited to be here. To be honest, I'm going to try and jump in more often with you guys. I do have to jump off shortly because I have some calls to make. But looking forward to some amazing partnerships and discussions together.
Absolutely. Thanks, Saber. Appreciate that. You guys are doing some crazy things. I see Floki all over the place. So congratulations for all your recent success. And then Imagine or London Nation, if you want to give a quick intro about DeFido, and then we'll jump right into migration.
I'll give a quick introduction. I'll follow up with on that conversation as far as having ups and downs and going through it. We had a very, very similar situation. We actually have a lot of parallels to Floki, and when we put out that we're friend of Floki, we mean it, because literally our the dev that came in and saved us after we had a dev elopement, we like to call it. It was a little bit too much for him to handle. A gentleman by the name of Moontography came in and saved the day and helped us with a new contract. And that is actually the same dev and contract type situation that Floki uses now. So we had they're kind of our cousin on that in that way. DeFido was actually, as you all know or don't know, it was started from a viral tweet from Elon Musk and Coinbase when he first put out his picture of Floki and was like, "Hey, meet Floki." Coinbase responded with like, "Hey, have Floki meet DeFido." So this dev came out and basically 30 minutes, he solved some stuff together and put out a token in literally 30-40 minutes and launched it. And then of course it went kind of viral and crazy for a little bit, but he wasn't prepared for it. Nobody was really prepared for it. So after a few weeks, we built a great community. I came on board there as just a holder, and because I was interested in I love the name, and I thought it was just kind of cool. It's my first meme project. First time I'd really even been involved in a Telegram in a community like that. And once I'd gotten embedded in it and kind of got used to this family, when he left us all kind of in this really bad spot. But we weren't leaving. Nobody gave up. So our whole team is nothing but people that were in that original group that came together and figured out who's doing what and what we can do to make this work. And it was all drive. And then that's when Moontography came in and helped us with our contract and our bridge, same bridge that Floki has. So we have that relationship with Moontography, with Floki, and hopefully we'll have further relationships. And Moontography is one of those people that's the bright light in the space that's lighting up all the shade with his products and what he does, and he's very community forward. Even his new project that he helped with is a very community driven project, which I've kind of coined. This is a cross community interoperability. So it's not just about the networks, it's about the people in the communities, and dropping the toxicity and the tribalism, and figuring out how we can build the foundation of all this, because eventually it's going to be our kids and our kids' kids that are going to be using this. We're just getting started. So
very well said. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's so many people that are similar in this space that we're in right now. And no one's really out to get one another. I mean, if one project wins, it feeds the next, and it feeds the next, and it's just a win-win for everybody. So I love that energy. I love that vibe. Sounds like you guys are doing some amazing things.
TJ, I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah.
But I got 45,000 DMs saying that people can't get into this chat right now.
Oh, that's weird. Jen, do you have any idea why?
I'm looking. Let me see.
No, there's people that are actually trying to get in and they can't get in.
Is it because we have over 563 people?
I think there are more people that are trying to get in.
Let me.
It's just coming up as unavailable for some reason. I'll try and get the screenshot.
How about we restart this room?
We can restart the room. Are you guys all okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
Guys, we're gonna restart the room just to get everybody in here.
Are you just gonna use the same link? What are you gonna do?
Brian, I will restart the room and I'll get a link over to you and Alyssa, and you guys will just see it back up live on our spaces.
Gotcha.
Yeah, awesome. Just watch the EverRise page, guys. We'll restart this right away and just join back in.
Thanks, guys.
Hey guys, looks like we're back. We'll give it 30 seconds, let everyone funnel back in here.
And we're back.
And we're back. David, how's it looking on your end? People still having issues connecting, or?
I'm looking right now. So far,
Beautiful.
it looks so far so good.
And if you guys were speakers before, make sure to request again. And Jen will get you guys in.
Jen, can you make me a co-host?
Absolutely not.
Thank
Just
you,
kidding,
Jen.
of course. Are you gonna talk? I think we just have about 3 more people we got to get back up, and then we can jump right back on in. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. Gotta love Twitter Spaces.
Come on, Jack, get with it, Jack.
Jack's too busy implementing into Twitter, which is fine with me. Hey, Wes.
Hey, man.
All right, so far so good, everybody. Those that couldn't get in are now getting in.
Yeah, Spaces has been a nightmare for me too. It took like at first I thought you could have Spaces at 600 followers, and then I didn't get it. And then I just got it whenever they announced that everyone can have it. But now I have to, if it's not there, I have to like delete my app and then reinstall it, then it's there. But if I even try to, if I do anything weird or wrong or look at it differently, it goes away and I have to do it again. It's super freaking annoying. Somebody on here call Jack. Call Mr. Dorsey and get him on here. Let's talk to him. You guys have enough pull, right? David, you know him.
David, send him an invite.
Yeah, I should. I don't think he's gonna. I think it's Bitcoin only, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, he fucking hates everything that's not Bitcoin. Don't even look at him. Don't even look at him sideways with that nonsense.
You guys give us 2 more minutes, and then we'll go ahead and. I see a lot of people already coming in.
Imagine, is the other member from your team joining back in?
Yeah, he's trying to come in right now.
Awesome. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep an eye out. There's a ton of icons for me to scroll through if he doesn't request.
I'll make sure he requests.
Thank you.
Is this one getting sent over to YouTube too?
Yeah, I'll send you a link afterwards, Brian.
Well, no, someone just replied, so I just wanted to make sure that it was. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are on it. I just wanted to make sure since we changed it.
All right, with Sabre connected, I think that's everyone. TJ, I'll hand it back over to you.
Awesome. Yeah. So welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining in. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Wish there was something new, but I mean, that's the nature of technology. So we are discussing migration today. Obviously, a huge topic in cryptocurrency and DeFi. The questions for the projects that have joined in today. Feel free, either of you, to jump in first. But what were some of the unexpected things that happened during your migration process? So was there anything that made it kind of difficult? Was there any easy aspects? Would love to hear about it.
Yeah, no, I can go. I can go first a little bit with DeFido. I guess in some ways, I found the migration process ended up being more easy than I had expected. One reason I think is because we were assisted by Moontography, who sort of had pretty significant sort of expertise and experience doing this kind of thing. But I guess just generally speaking, how we ended up doing our migration, we were on a V1 contract that was pretty secure. The liquidity was completely locked. Trading, couldn't be halted. So our migration process involved convincing all of our holders to send their tokens in to a wallet that was controlled by the team. And then at the moment that we wanted to do the migration, we had to do a sell-off of all the tokens to pull out as much liquidity as we could, and then go live on the new contract. So, I kind of was surprised, and maybe this was because we had shaken out a lot of people that sort of weren't confident in the project, as the first couple of weeks went on. But we were able to get about 95% of the people who are on the V1 contract to send the tokens in to us through an automated kind of like airdrop system. And then, sort of when we had to go live, we pulled out like the vast majority of all the, the liquidity in the first decentralized exchange pool. And we were able to go live with that cash in the new V2 contract right away. So it actually, in a way, was extremely easy compared to what I might have expected. There was certainly some concern that there would be lack of confidence or something that would be a hitch in it, but ultimately it actually went pretty smoothly at that point. And I think maybe that was because we had shaken out a lot of people that weren't going to sort of be confident in the team.
Totally. I mean, it's great to have investors who are confident in what you're doing and believe in your project. So kudos to you guys. Sounds like it went off without a hitch. Saber, how about you? Are there any issues when you guys were doing migration? Anything you found difficult? Anything you found worked well?
Brother, to be honest with you, I think I share similar sentiments, actually. It was shockingly seamless to a degree. And I think part of that reason is because there wasn't as big a shakeout as I thought there would be, but there was a shakeout of sorts, and then you're left with more of a core, I suppose, let's say. And Moontography was great. He assisted us as well, and it was shockingly. To tell you the truth, the Floki community can constantly and I'm legit not trying to shield them. I actually came out of retirement for this project, so I was just a V1 holder, saw what had happened, and came out of retirement. I've got multiple businesses in London, and I'm just it was I don't know, it's crazy. You find a set of people that just understand you and get you. I mean, if any of you have a chance to come into the VCs at any point, they will talk for us, and that for me is when and that's what gives me pride, when you know that you have a core of people that you don't even have to be there. You can leave it to them, and it's like the OGs turn up, and they will just tell new investors what's up and what it's about, and that kind of stuff. So it was shockingly seamless, shall we say.
Amazing, man. Yeah, that's how you know you're doing something right, when you can kind of take a step back and the community takes the strides for you. So kudos to you for that. That's amazing.
Exactly, yeah.
And you sound like a man with a lot of stories, so we should definitely connect again at some point.
Yeah.
But good for you, man.
Cheers, man.
I was gonna say I guess speak to one challenge just to sort of find some things to talk about on this, and one of the big challenges, especially because our migration was done by doing a sale of the first tokens into the DEX, it was essential that the maximum amount of people turned their tokens in. And because of this, we had to set up kind of like a hard deadline for when tokens would be turned in, and when those would be airdrop, like those tokens would be replaced with V2 tokens via the airdrop. And so one of the kind of let's say like unfortunate sort of long term consequences is we have kind of like slow trickle of people that hear about sort of some of DeFido's success from that initial point and are like, well, I have like 500 tokens, can I get them? And it's like it's this balance between we don't want to in any way be doing something dishonest or compromising investors, but on the other hand, there was a pretty necessary deadline in order to be able to capture as much liquidity out of the first DEX. And so that's been something that we've sort of been having to handle as this like long-term thing. And I think that's like one of the challenges is you have projects, including ours, where we say, what, just hold this thing. This thing is going to go big down the road, so just hold. And we have investors that are like, okay, I'll buy it and I'll just walk away and not worry about it for 2 months. And then they come and they're like, well, I had like 5,000 tokens. Can I get that the airdrop? And it's like, well, there's a balance between that because we don't just have those laying around. There was a necessary cutoff point. So that's been definitely like a challenge, and I think is a challenge in the space.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think this is a good time for Titan to kind of pop in here and talk about Evermigrate, because what he's built essentially is for that purpose exactly. So Titan, do you want to talk about Evermigrate a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, as the previous person was saying, like one of the issues you need to have specific deadlines, like where you want to migrate your V1 tokens to V2 tokens. But when it comes to EverRise, we are going with indefinite timeline. Like there is no deadline for us. Like you can come back after 5 years or 10 years. If we still have V1 tokens, you can still go and get the V2 tokens. So, I mean, first of all, before we actually talk about the Evermigrate, I just want to talk about why we are doing the migration and what is the benefit we are getting with the migration, so that for any project, if they want to consider the migration, they can think about doing their migration as well. So the couple of problems, like, everybody knows that we had this buyback, and of course we are the first one to implement this auto buyback. And I did not actually put so much of restriction because I wanted to see a beautiful chart. So I just wanted to have a buy after every sell. So there was no restriction. I never knew that. I'm very new to the crypto, so I never knew that there will be bots who can actually front run your transactions, or like they can actually pump like 3,000 transactions within a minute. I never expected that kind of behavior. So, but as soon as we launched, we have seen these bot attacks. And then I realized, okay, this is not correct. Like we need to have some kind of restrictions. Like, so we had to turn off the auto buyback. We went into manual, and we got our crack and built so much. But on back of my mind, I always felt that we need to fix this issue, because I cannot permanently, I should not be the one who is actually triggering it each and every time. I'm like, it has to be automatic, because something happens to me, or like if I'm not available, it'll just be there. There is no use. So I've been thinking, what should we do? What should we do? But there is no option for me because the contract is immutable. But the thought was still there, like, okay, we have to plan for the new V2, but the problem was we had this liquidity was locked for almost a year until next year, June. So I was just patiently waiting for that opportunity. And again, one more thing is, even though we have the liquidity with respect to BNB, I have seen so many people, they started putting their own liquidity with respect to either BUSD or some Dogecoin or some other coin. They can actually, since they have the tokens, they can still add those another liquidity pair, and people can actually trade that. And also at the same time, whoever is adding the liquidity, he can take out that liquidity immediately. It's kind of a rug pull. Even though the project, what we are not doing any kind of rug pull, but people actually can add the liquidity with a different pair, and they can make any kind of profits out of it. So I have seen those things not only with our token, with so many other tokens. Then I thought, okay, we have to do something for this too. Like that is another issue what we're actually looking. Okay, we have to fix it. And one more thing is, now we are building these DApps. So whenever we are building, like whenever you are actually transforming, whenever the DApp needs to transfer the tokens from your wallet to a different wallet, that will act as a bridge, which in a sense, it will take the approval. And if you look at the PancakeSwap, whenever you buy the tokens, they actually, whenever you try to sell it, they will the first transaction is enabling. Enabling means like you are actually giving the approval for a very large quantity, so that in the future, whenever you buy, you can immediately sell it, because they already taken the approval for indefinite, like it's kind of infinite quantity. They're just putting very large number. That will be very dangerous, because they have already got the approval for you. So like whenever you buy in the future, they can actually, they got the approval, so you don't have any control. So we thought, okay, it's not the right way. And if you look at the Uniswap or even the PancakeSwap, whenever you are trying to remove the liquidity, there is a permit function. Like you don't need to actually give the approval. You can actually use the permit. The advantage of this is, for any interaction with the contract on the blockchain, there will be a gas fee. So if you are approving a transaction on the blockchain, it will interact the contract and you need to pay the gas. If it is BSC, it's okay, like $1. But when it goes to Ethereum side, it might be like $100 for each and every approval, unless you give like infinite amount of approval, which we don't want to do it. So for that reason, I thought, okay, there are so many issues we had to fix. And luckily, when we actually started the ETH side, when we opened the bridge, we saw this imbalance in the liquidity. Then I thought it's the right time actually to convince the community that we have to go with the V2 version. We have to make sure that we fix all the issues. Now we have taken care of all these issues. Now the thing is, like, people cannot add liquidity on their own for any pairs, and at the same time we're fixing the approval with respect to permit, and also the automatic buyback will be introduced without any issues. And at this time, we wanted to make sure that when we do the migrate, it has to be very seamless. I mean, the users should not feel any kind of problem or anything. Like, we don't want to take their tokens. Like, we don't want to give the wallet and ask them to send the tokens and airdrop the tokens. I mean, it's kind of, there will be like trust issues. I mean, what if I send my tokens, I don't get my tokens back? So what if the airdrop, they don't do it? Like what if it gets missed? Like even when you're doing the airdrop, you have to send it to like 1,000 people or 2,000 people. No, right now we have like 100K people. We cannot just, when you are actually combining all those things, what if you miss one of the things? Like it will be very hard to actually manually go through each and everything. So we thought we need to better handle in an automated way. So that is the reason we are coming up with Evermigrate. And this, in this Evermigrate, what we do is like they can actually connect their wallet, they transfer their tokens, immediately they get back their V2 tokens. It's like automatic, it's in the same transaction. So and the Evermigrate will be live, it will be indefinitely live, in the sense they can come at any time. After 2 years, 5 years, they can just use it. And because I mean, when we implemented the Rise V1, we had this kind of, we don't have any restrictions on setting the tags. It was kind of a bug. That's what Satik told us, that there's a issue. Unfortunately, I mean, instead of saying unfortunately, I would say fortunately, that is actually helping us to actually stop the trading, so that we can actually put the tax as 100%, so that nobody can actually transfer the tokens or trade the tokens with respect to V1. So the V1 will be stopped completely. And for V2, they can actually get the tokens whenever they want. And we want to give this Evermigrate to the other projects as well. Like it will be very seamless. They can just give us what is their V1 token and what is their V2 token. We just add it. It will be very seamless for everybody. And there will not be any tags to actually send. We can actually whitelist all these. Since we have this ownership, we can actually exclude the addresses, so that there will not be any tags either for V1 or for V2. So it will be very simple and easy. So hope the entire, my idea of why we are doing migration and what is our Evermigrate tool is going to be doing, like, hope you got it.
Yeah,
Yo,
Still there, or like?
yeah, absolutely.
Titan.
Thanks, Suresh. David.
Hey, Titan, great job, Thomas. What's going on, Thomas?
Bruh.
Thomas is obviously
How's it going,
TBO
Thomas?
from Oh, go ahead. You introduce yourself, Thomas.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, before I introduce myself, I'd like to say hi to Titan. Dude, long time
How are you,
coming,
man?
dude. Hey, how are you?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm good. I'm
I'm
good.
extremely
It's
excited.
nice to meet you, man. Finally, I'm meeting you
I'm
here
so
in the space.
excited to meet other people who are pushing boundaries, right? So I said, no, I'm going to be clear. Like for anyone who knows me that but previously before I introduced myself, like, look, I'm not an EverRise holder. Like I'm not an ever anything holder. But I'm a huge supporter of cool ideas. And that's what matters. For anything that we do, that's all that matters. Cool ideas, innovation, pushing boundaries, bumping up against impossible ideas. So anyway, hi guys, I'm Thomas. I'm the chief blockchain officer of Safemoon. I mean, if you've heard of Safemoon,
I don't think anyone has here.
What? All right. So if you haven't heard of us,
I'm just kidding.
look, we hit the scene. We hit benchmarks that it took Bitcoin 8 years to reach. We shattered in 6 months. We may not have the highest ranking on any of DeFi, but as far as innovation goes, that's all that matters. Look, we're killing it on our end. We're doing great. I don't how do I describe this to any other way? If you're here, you're aware of DeFi. What we've been able to achieve and these ideas that we've set forward bring about the next wave, right? You're talking to wave 1, 2, and 3 influencers in crypto. We're setting the stage for the 4th wave of people to come in and truly innovate on all these ideas we've been talking about for 10 years. So anyway, so I'm Thomas. I won the award for the Binance Crypto Influencer of the Year. I work for Safemoon. Safemoon just won the AIBC Community Award of the Year. I'm intimidated by our own progress. Yo, what's up? Let's go.
Let's go. I want to say hi, Thomas. What's up, man? I'm TJ. I just want to say that the last thing that you just said there about being intimidated by your own progress, that's amazing. I mean, that just shows you guys are doing something right. You're growing at a speed that no one expected. And now, you're all kind of trying to figure out the next route to take on the path upward. So that's great. Welcome to the space. Thanks for joining us. David, I'll let you take over from here. Mr.
It would have been
Gokhshtein.
nice if like I gave as usual. I give the greatest speeches when I'm on mute. My thing, real quickly, is, and it's a question that comes from, well, of course, it comes from me. But why is the DeFi space so important? And that goes to everybody on the panel right now.
So I'll start this one as someone who's not part of a multi-million to billion-dollar market cap token, but very, very passionate about this space. DeFi is something that's going to change. It already has, but it's going to change the trajectory of how the world works, just like NFT, just like anything else. It's going to completely give power back to third world countries. To just all you need is an internet connection, and you have access to funds and the ability to do things that no one else has in the history of the world. And what DeFi does is it takes out the fact that banks make so much money off people. Like, say you overdraft your bank account by $1, you just got hit with $35 charge, but you don't have a fucking dollar, and so they're gonna charge you $35. So that's like, fuck you, man. Like, why, what gives you the right to, you know, take that money from me whenever you know I don't have money, and then you're just using me and abusing me? And what DeFi does is it gives anyone and everyone the ability to take control of their own destiny, take control of their own finances, to flip the game on learning how to save, how to invest, how to be self-sufficient, to even just using DeFi in general will give kids like 12, 14 years old this passion and wanting to learn everything about blockchain. I mean, there's nothing but positives. Well, I guess besides scams, and it's a very easy thing to scam, but you know, you take that out of the equation, it's one of the best things. Blockchain, DeFi, NFT protocol, everything about this space is the best thing that's ever happened in the history, in my opinion, right after the internet. And I think that this is bigger than the internet in general. But that's why I think DeFi is important.
Yeah, just actually to add to that, I agree. By the way, just to add to that, I love the fact that it just it levels out the playing field. You know, whether you're a billionaire or, as you said, whether you're a kid, if you're forward thinking enough, I mean, you can have kids just like legitimately changing the world, maybe like before they've even left school, to tell you the truth, right?
Or 14
I mean,
years old, yeah.
exactly. You know, and I think that's amazing because, you know, obviously, when you're younger and you haven't been so indoctrinated, um, it just gives you a head start. So you're how can I put it? You're not you know, you haven't been so programmed, I suppose, shall we say? And kids tend to be more fearless, you know. And like I think it's important for all of us to still have, you know, have that. Like for me, I try to not completely let go of like the kid, you know, that I was and whatever. I think it's important, man. Just being forward thinking, being fearless in this field, and it releases you from the shackles, man. It's just as simple as that, without saying too much. But you know what I mean. It's I just see it as a freedom. And you're right. I think it's going to become even bigger than the internet. It's going to take over. To be honest with you, we're in an amazing time.
Wait, Saber, you're on Floki, right?
Yes, brother.
Look, bro. All I have to say to that is, let's fucking go, guys. Let's go.
We're gonna change the world together, man. We're gonna change the world together. I'm telling you. And that's what's amazing. You know, we're not even here to compete against each other. You know, and that's the thing. Sometimes I think I can't remember which gentleman had made that point, but there's something we can all learn from each other. You know, and ultimately, this is the thing about FUD. I find it crazy, man, because the very reason that this market is even bleeding now is because of orchestrated FUD from governments, man. Like, do you know what I mean? I mean, it was so obvious, and when you look at the moves that the powers that be had been doing, you know, without naming the names out there, man. But it's crazy, man. You know, you see billions coming out, and then something's announced that just, you know, opens up a wound, man. It's so obvious, and these are the very people that don't want us to do amazing things together. You know what I mean? So together we can be so much more powerful, and you know, obviously divided, you know the rest. So yeah, man, we're gonna change the world together. Simple as that.
Thomas, how do you feel about you got the mic? How do you feel about DeFi?
Yo,
What's special
okay.
about DeFi?
All right. What's special about DeFi? It's giving money back to people, right? And for any of us who are up here on this panel, we're trying to encourage others. It's kind of like bumping up against a wall, right? Where we're screaming, do what we're doing, like get involved, right? Take the power away from sovereign governments. Put the money back in the poorest of people. Like, why the fuck are we even here, right? It's transforming how we see value, right? It's It's no longer like back when people were moving from tablets to paper. There are tablets that we can go back and look at that we're talking shit about paper money. Paper money is now talking shit about digital money. This is digital value. This is the future, right? A lot of people will say, oh, you know, detractors, flutters, whatever will say. Look, what if the power goes out? Well, yeah, you got the barter system, bro. We're banking on electricity staying on. We'll pay for it to stay on because this is more efficient. This is the future, right? If you're not banking on the future of money, you're not banking on the future of humans on Earth. We may as well give up now. How do we overhaul what we're doing is value? It's DeFi. So my answer to what it is that we're doing in DeFi, how I feel about it, it's the only thing people should be focused on, right? If you want if you want a job that makes money, right? You get a money job, right? If you want to change the fucking world, right? If you want to work with me and doing what I do, right? You don't have to work with me directly either. Like, God, I hope you don't. Do this for everyone who's sitting here in this space, all of your friends, friends, the sixth bacon number from you, everything that you know right now, you're in the 3% of people who know about crypto. The latest advancement on that, and what John McAfee said was the greatest advancement in human history since agriculture, right? What the fuck is anyone doing? Let's overhaul money. Let's overhaul how we transact between people, right? Because these are intensely personal situations. When I send you money for value for services, right? It's barter system. It's the next step. Things come in waves, right? Soft times make hard people. Hard people make soft times. We're seeing these waves often, right? We see it 1,000-fold in crypto, 280,000%. And what's weird is I'm calling out a specific number. DeFi. Our percentages are such that Wall Street is a joke. We are on the bleeding edge, and there is no place that I would rather be. There's no place that anyone should rather be. I mean, sans space exploration and advancing everyone, right? It's like, what is it that everyone needs that no one has? So, and sorry for ranting about this, because I believe in this so much. It pisses me off that you've got these money guys, your JP Morgans, your banks are so worried about what we are doing here that they lobby against us, right? They put all of this pressure against us because, and even the old crypto guys, right? They have so much money now that their best bet to keep their money with the level they have is to regulate against us. Fuck those guys. They started something. Andreas says this best, right? Something you invent is rarely what it becomes. They invented the space that we operate in. It's the most exciting thing in the history of Earth. I mean, in value. If you really want to get down to it, I'm sure someone's going to fuck me, but like, look, this is the coolest shit since sliced bread. Sliced bread. Having a hard time saying it. Look, this is awesome. Why are you not here? Is what I would say to anyone who's not here right now. Anyway, sorry, fuck, David. I'll give it back to you, bud.
The passion, like everybody has this. We're all passionate. We're all woke, and like we want to wake up everybody else to this. Like I agree with you. Like everybody should be in this space right now, but unfortunately, we all have to do our job, and we need to get out there, and we need to push it. And regardless of what you're into, regardless of what team you work on, we all have to come together and spearhead adoption.
Yeah, agreed. And by the way, don't apologize, man. When you speak with passion, you don't need to apologize.
I'll speak a minute to DeFi. You know, our project wouldn't exist. I mean, we are DeFido. But you know, it's been a kind of a crazy couple of years for everyone. And I'm in this space because of that. You know, a year ago, I never had anything to do with crypto. But COVID hit hard, and you know, I'm a DeFi daddy, along with most of my team. Almost all of us are have multiple kids, and you know, we're literally like a pack of the DeFi daddies trying to you know, change our own lives and change the world at the same time. You know, we say, you know, these little taglines like one meme and dream at a time, but we mean it. We mean it. So, you know, DeFi is, you know, to Papa's point, it's the future, and you know, but it's now, it's tomorrow, and it's, you know, 50 years from now, because you know, Web3 is, you know, basically internet, and it's basically, you know, crypto one, and we're just on the cusp. Something David says all the time, and he says it so, you know, we're so early, and it's really up to us to set the stage and the tone of how all these new people come into it. Because when I came into it, I got my ass kicked because I didn't know what I was doing. I was naive. I thought I knew this, and you know, and there's so much shade and so many different little things and mentalities that you have to learn, and that only after getting your ass kicked so many times and losing it all and getting all the way to the bottom do you figure out that, okay, this is what I, you know, how I'm going to do this next time. And each failure is a lesson learned. So how do we take all of that with all of our experiences and make it better and easier for the people coming in? You know, because when I try to explain to somebody everything that, you know, I can't talk to people. It's like I'm talking in a foreign language, and I have to figure out how to tone and phrase things the right way. And I think that's where some of these meme projects, and even, you know, kind of our superhero projects like Safemoon come in, and they give people an engaging way to jump into the space. And kind of like I've used before, kind of like how comic books were when we were kids. They you know, made us want to learn to read. They taught us right from wrong. They showed us how it is to be a hero, and how to stand up and how to do the right thing, and gave us hope. So, you know, and then 30 years later, now look where Marvel is now. Look where, you know, look what comic books have became, because all those kids grew up. So now we're leading these people into the space, and you know, it's our turn to teach those lessons and to bring people in. And I think that's, you know, as many utilities as we create, as many wonderful, life-changing, you know, DeFi products and utilities that we all create to make things better, I think our best utility, our best use case is bringing people into the space and helping them learn how to eventually be financially free, and to have an opportunity to change not only their lives but the lives of the people around them, and then spread that same freedom. Thanks.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, and I like the fact that you know, we have. If I'm sure that everyone in this space does know who these projects are, but it does need to be said that these guys are some of the most influential projects that have hit the altcoin ICO, really in crypto space in general. I mean, you have some of the everyone wants one aspect of what each of these tokens has, and a lot of projects have copied and made it all come together, or you know, changed one thing, added this, or made customized something like that. But in all, like I've done a lot of freelance token development work and consulting and stuff like that, and everyone freaking asked, every single person asked me about, you know, 3 or 4 months ago to 6 months ago, I want a Safemoon contract. That's what I want. And then when EverRise got the popularity, I want the buyback. And then Floki, I want the NFT. And so this all comes back to the point where we said it earlier, that we're all in this together, and it doesn't have to be competition because you're not taking market share away from anyone else. That's what a lot of people don't understand, and that's where a lot of the toxicity, I think, comes from in some crypto spaces, and I think it's a lot more in meme stocks than it is in meme tokens. But that, we're all in this together. You can't really steal market share away from someone else in this space because it's world, it's global. It's not something that can be stopped. But we can all work together and we can all build a better future for ourselves. And it starts here. It starts with all talking. It starts with joining these spaces. It starts with following certain people on Twitter. It starts with learning, and it starts with exploring and having a passion and just diving into something that, like, even if you just know a small thing about crypto, even if you just trade a little bit, even if you just have maybe a Robinhood account and haven't really branched out, but you know about some of these things, or you're still on your way to making yourself more free in the future, financially free, financially stable, financially just more knowledgeable and smarter, like we said earlier. And I just want to kind of congratulate everyone in this space, not like the listeners, not just the the successful token developers, but just everyone in listeners, because it's not too late to change, to build something like Safemoon. It's not too late to build the next EverRise. It's not too late to just create something that's gonna just totally flip the world on its end. Like, this space right here is so exciting because we don't know where it's going to go, and it's so brand new. Everyone's early, everyone has a chance, and man, it's just look at it. I bet you everyone in this room, okay, well, there's a lot more people in this room than I thought there was earlier, but I'd say about 99% everybody here is going to be pretty rich if they try, and
Bro,
get into it.
Can I make an observation about your header on Twitter really quick?
Yeah.
Like this discussion between me and you really quick. So on your Twitter, it says, I do dope shit. Every fucking person who's here that knows anything about programming, for the love of God, double down. Right?
Yep.
Smart contracts, DeFi, what we're doing here, automated market makers. The developers in the crowd, shout out to you. Shout out to the people who've yet to become developers in the space. Right? It says,
right.
I do dope shit in Brian's Twitter about me, right? That's what we do. In DeFi, we do the dope shit.
That's right.
Mining and all this other stuff is antiquated, right?
That's right.
We are the kings of frictionless yield. Let's bring yesterday into today, right? That's what anything is about. There's, in 20, 50 years, something like that, 10 years, it could be 1 year. People will talk shit about the things that we do today. Our best practices of today are anti-practices of tomorrow.
That's right.
But what I'm saying is, you are on the coolest side of crypto. And I thought it was so cool. Like, and I'm sorry for interrupting you. I'm going to do this a lot.
Oh, you're fine.
But like, my guy, it says, I do dope shit in your Twitter. And that is the antithesis. It's not the, it's the penultimate goal of all of DeFi is we're doing dope shit. We're the rap game of crypto. But
That's
fuck what you think. You wouldn't let me have your money, so I made my own. I mean,
yeah.
Sorry, I derail your shit. But
yeah,
no,
you're fine. You're fine. My last point was it doesn't matter where you're starting, what you're doing. Like, I personally taught myself how to read smart contracts, how to write them, how to learn them, how to know what's going on with them, and everything like that, just by diving in. What's going to make you successful, and not just financially, not just in be a millionaire or anything, but what's going to make anyone successful in life is the drive and willingness and the passion for learning and trying to make the world a better place for tomorrow, for the next day, for your kids, for anything. Just trying your best to do what you think is right and building whatever you want to build. Like what you just said, just do dope shit. Just make it happen. Don't let anyone ever tell you can't, because look at the people in this room. I bet you anything, a lot of developers here didn't ever 4 or 5 years ago didn't even think, they didn't know what they were doing. They had no idea that they were going to be who they are now, or have the clout they do, or the money or success, but they just did dope fucking shit. So that's all you need to do. No one can stop you. It's all up to you. Just learn, love, and make it happen.
I love that, man. Absolutely. And, speaking of dope shit, I mean, we're all doing dope shit here. And with that said, I mean, we build things and then we try and upgrade them and change. And, we see room for growth, and there's always new ideas that we have, and there's always new objectives that we want to reach. So every project that's in this space right now has either migrated or is in the process of migration. With that said, how is migration contributing towards the goals of your project and the new goals you guys have?
Not all at once.
Not all at once.
Yeah, I think there's like a little bit of a natural tension with migration in this space, because one of the core principles like in DeFi is that it's trustless and it's immutable, but then we want to be able to change things, and like this is a tension that like you see some projects. There's a recent new project that has a contract that has a good amount of flexibility, where certain aspects of the contract can point to other contracts, and that might be an interesting opportunity. But with all these things, you end up then having to trust that someone will point it at the right place. And so I don't know if anyone else has sort of some ideas, sort of in that vein, but I think that's like a natural tension that exists, and we need to figure out a way to kind of solve that problem.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thomas, what are your thoughts on that? On migration? I know Safemoon is upgrading, in the process of migration right now. Obviously, you guys are building and always are going to build and always develop.
Of course. Yeah. So Safemoon is a technology company. Somewhat unexpected from a lot of people from the very beginning, but it was literally the founder came to me and he said, what if we could do everything? What if we could win? Right? It's being exposed to that idea. You can't think in ideas, you don't have it. You can't think in words, you don't have it yet. You can't form ideas, right, with words you don't have yet. Trying to solve a problem you don't have yet is one of the most important things in the world. With regard to Safemoon and our migrations should be painless. Don't make it an airdrop, because obviously legislation, right? Fuck those guys. They have no goddamn idea what they're doing. Everybody's thinking it. I'm going to say it. Guys, Ted Cruz, as sad as it is, understands us more than any of the Democrats do, which freaks me the fuck out. I'm hugely independent and all that. The way that things are going, the infrastructure bill, we have until 2023 to change people's minds before we have to report on some unholy shit. Someone has to come up here and say something real. If I got to be the guy to do it, I hope that everyone else here on this panel does it too. And everyone else in the audience that's thinking about starting a project, just fucking Christ, be yourself. Fuck what anyone thinks. I didn't come up in the traditional financial system, right? DeFi, crypto, digital currencies before they were actually crypto made it for me. They can do it for anyone. I'm just some nerd, right? If you want to ask me how I feel, I'm extremely against the way things are now. And every fucking person who's up here, if you're a marketer, if you're a dev, if you're a person, you're a CEO, you run a coin, you're doing the right fucking thing. You're part of the 3% of anyone in the world that knows about crypto, right? Safemoon didn't rise to power or whatever, or Safemoon anything, right? The reason why we popped off is because we didn't rug pull because fuck that shit, fuck scammers. We popped off because we were honest about how easy it is to get involved and how easy it is to understand. It's not so scary to not have the FDIC not have your back. Just protect your fucking wallet like how you would protect your dollars, right? In your back pocket. Same shit, different story, right? Protect that shit with guns. No one will take it from you, right? Your $5 wrench attack, which is the biggest exploit in crypto, don't let anyone fool you, is a joke. It's a fucking joke. So I'm hyper bullish on DeFi. Hyper. Like I'm the atheist of fiat. Sorry, I'm
love that.
ranting. I might have lost my. I might have lost my purpose.
Yo, Thomas, you
But,
are
damn.
exploding tonight, man. I love this shit.
Yo, fuck all these fiat nerds. I don't care. Let's go. We
Okay,
can
that's going to be a
code.
quote. We're definitely
Everyone
going to
here
snip that
listening
one. I
can
like
code
that.
fast. Yo, listen. Even if you don't know how to code, right here, everyone here can code faster than they can legislate. Our governments, anywhere there's a jurisdiction, you can innovate faster than they can legislate. They will let you know what they're going to do ahead of time. Before they say no to you, you can innovate. Automate that shit, guys. And that's how you're going to change a goddamn world. Sorry, I'm done.
That's a
Thomas,
great point.
I love you, man. Yo,
Mic drop.
I wanted to ask Titan, how do you feel about, what are your thoughts on the DeFi space and how it's changing things?
Sure, thanks, David. Yeah, for me, most of you guys might know or not know, like, I am a complete degen in the stock market. Like, as soon as I finished my college, I love trading. Like, as soon as I got my first job, I started trading. Like, it's almost like 20 years back. Now, when I think of it, I have been always thinking, why didn't this DeFi come into picture 20 years back in 2001? Like, because I felt that, even though I've been trading for 20 years in the stock, I used to trade options, futures, anything, whatever you say, we never win. Like, it's like we cannot win with respect to Wall Street. There are big guys and we always try to make out of it, but it's always like sometimes they would win, but most of the times you lose because everything will be manipulated. And when I looked at the DeFi space, for me, the crypto itself is very less experienced. This is the 2021 when I started crypto. As soon as I came into this DeFi, I learned something so good that like, this crypto space is nobody knows so far. Like, we are at the only 1% of the population knows, or like even less than that. We are at the start of something bigger, and at this time, we can actually control it in the future. Like, if you are building it something big, we can instead of in the Wall Street, if somebody comes out is now in the DeFi, whoever is there right now, whether you are investing or whether starting a project, everybody can control the future crypto in the DeFi space. And we don't need to win for ourselves. Like, we are the pillars of this crypto, so everybody can win. Like, as the only thing is, you just need to believe in the projects. You should not think about every project as a scam. So if somebody wants to genuinely start it, you can't just start funding on the first day. Like, man, these guys are scammers. Like, there might be projects who are genuinely interested. They want to build. They need your support. You can't just say that. You just have to wait and see how they're approaching. So if you're believing Safemoon, Floki, or DeFi, or you just stick with it. You don't need to think that they're gonna stop at some point. There's, you don't. We are here. Like, we want to build something. We want to stay here for long. That is the main reason. Like, I have been working in this tech industry. Like, I know what is going on. I figured out this is what I want to be here. Like, that is the reason I left my job. I want to be in DeFi space. I want to be in crypto space. I'm not going to go anywhere. I know that this is the starting point. We'll have bright future. So if you think like, we are starting something which nobody started, like, this is like collective effort. everybody, whoever is like either you're investing or anything, you just stick with it. Like, I mean, it will grow big. The crypto is gonna be huge. And with respect to DeFi, it is, even though you might be thinking Bitcoin, Ethereum, yeah, people will love it because those Bitcoin is our godfather, or like, so we always love it. But at the same time, in the DeFi space, you might think everything is a meme coin, but that is where you make money. If you have your strategies, if you stick with it, you don't need to look for like 1 hour or like half an hour. Just stay there. I mean, like, it will be huge. I love DeFi, like in the sense I will be there forever, in the sense that this is my life now, right now.
My guy.
Brother, you're asking people to be patient in a space where that's it just doesn't really happen. But you're
Yo, look,
Yeah, you have
to be fair, no matter how impatient our communities are, we can build to meet their needs. Something that's concealed in software development, like vastly, is what you didn't know is EA, Microsoft, all of their developers. Yeah, let's look at the gaming industry for a second, right? Those guys had their code ready to publish weeks before people find out. For us, we're marketing it all the way up until it's ready. People are finding out granularly what the speed of development could be, right? And sometimes you have delays, like I had some delays with my stuff. And other people had delays. Other people had advancements, breakthroughs, right? You advance the science, you make weeks and months ahead of time, right? None of us are trying to reinvent the wheel. But with regard to timelines, something that I see in crypto that happens is we market all the way up to from when something is beginning to develop all the way up until it's market ready. Game development, software development, traditional app development. You don't even hear about it until the app is done, right? It shocks me on a core level. More people are not exposed to this. So I'm going to stop.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast the space moves. I mean, we were doing an AMA a few days ago, and a community member recommended something, and then we're building it already. So, I mean, the brains that are in DeFi right now, of some of the top developers in the space, even some of the new developers starting out who are acquiring skills so quickly. I mean, there's so many opportunities to build and change and make a future here. So, Thomas, to your point, I just wanted to point that out. That I'm glad you brought that up, because I mean, a day in crypto is a year in the real world, and we just got to adapt and build and just always keep growing. And that's what I see everyone here doing, and that's what I love about the space. Everyone is just motivated every day. No one sleeps. Is it just me, or does no one sleep here? Because your brain is
No
always
sleep,
going
no
100.
sleep.
The brain's always going 100 miles an hour. Thomas, I'm sure you're in the same boat.
Bro, I absolutely lose sleep over this.
Yeah.
Make no mistake.
I believe it. But me and I'm sure all the 1,200 people in here are in the same boat. So we're always moving forward. And David, I'm sure you barely sleep as it is.
No, I don't sleep, and I just want to say that number one, I appreciate everybody who's building in this space. I escaped. I feel like I have escaped the fiat world, and I've come to cryptocurrency. When it was introduced to me personally, at first I was like, I tell the story all the time. I'm like, get this World of Warcraft, and I'm sorry for those who play that. Get this shit out of my face. Like, I'm not into this. And then you start studying it, and then you become woke. I mean, it's like the Matrix when you get unplugged, and or you take the red pill, and you're just like, holy shit, I see things so much differently. And um, it's just cool to sit back and watch the things that are being created. How fast, like you said, how fast the space moves. And I think DeFi is essential. Like, we need DeFi. We need to be our own bank. We need, like, I went to a bank 2 days ago, and I said this, like, I don't need a bank to tell me how much I can take out, when I can take it out. I don't have to wait. Sunday a bank's closed. I don't need to wait until Monday to get my money on a Sunday. Like, you know, we need our innovators, and especially the United States. We need the United States, the Congress people to come together and get our take on cryptocurrency. Okay, not just throw shit up in the air, but like come to us, let us educate you on this space and make rules that are friendly for crypto. That's what we need, so we can go ahead and continue to go ahead and take it to the next level. Stop bottlenecking this space and stop having our innovators go elsewhere to go ahead and innovate. That's how I feel.
So yeah. Hey, I have a quick question that someone DM'd me that I wanted to ask you guys. He asked if someone has no experience in coding, since we kind of talked about this, how would you guys go about starting to learn? I personally went through a phase where when I first started, got into it, I went into Coinbase and just like looked at every token I could, read the website, and then I went to CoinMarketCap, checked it out. Then I went to EtherScan or BSC Scan and looked at the source code and just I copied it and then I just tried to delete it, then rewrite it. And I used a lot of, and this is before I learned about the, what's that function you call it that you can just call anything into your smart contract? They have I forgot the name of it. Anyway, I learned easier ways to do it, but that's just kind of what I did. I just I went Googled and I did Udemy. I took Udemy courses and just kind of full force just kept rewriting, deleting smart contracts, and then rewriting it and trying to make it work. What did you guys do to get started, and also how did you get started into the space of wanting to become a developer? This can be
And
quick too.
So I can help everyone who's on the stage right now. The docs, guys, always start with don't be afraid of the hardest way that there is. Because that's the way that you'll master what you do. Right? Every single project in our space, right? You can't go to college for this. You can't.
College is a
they'll
scam.
say there's courses and shit. Udemy will have courses and stuff. But at the end of the day, when you visit the Solidity docs, it'll tell you about the Ethereum docs. So you can understand the underlying stack behind the smart contracts. Always start the hard way, right? That's how we learned. How I learned Ruby and PHP is quite literally the PDF is called "Learn Ruby the Hard Way," and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what we should preach. There's nothing wrong with difficulty, right? Hacking anything is a matter of difficulty and time. Everything is hackable. Let's innovate this shit.
For real, 100. I think it's easier when you're, as you said, Thomas, when you're when you're yourself, and you don't care what just for real, man, just be yourself. People resonate with real people. Real knows real. And this is how I always I just believe if you're straight up and honest with people, man, then you get the realness out of people, and then you learn very quickly who's a faker, right, and who's who you don't really want to be around. I'm sure everyone in this room will resonate with a message that you learn very quickly who your friends are, right, when you're in places of struggle. And then again, you learn very quickly who's real and who's fake when you're in a place that many, I suppose, can only dream of. I have family that used to doubt me. And in fact, a family who tried to, take something, take a company from me, right? And I mean, I'm in real estate. I've made, even before I came into this space, to tell you the truth, I was very fortunate. But I never let people know my moves. But I was always 100% honest with people. And the reason why people did not realize how well I was doing, because I never changed. And I would never change. I don't care if I've got 500 million, 1.5 billion, whatever the hell it is. And that's real money that we're talking about in this space. It's like there's people that I know that they're looking at 1.2x, and they're multi-billionaires, right? It's nothing. Doesn't matter, man. To me, it's like numbers on a freaking screen. But for me, the most important part of building things in this space is to change people's lives. And that's the reason I'm here, honestly. 100% the reason I'm here. It's because I want to change people's lives. I want to help change people's lives. And that's what it's about.
Hell yeah.
That was emotional, man. I feel you, man. The biggest thing in the space is transparency and honesty. And I think everybody on this panel exudes that to the absolute fullest. So there's no better way to say that. Saber, we need to have a chat, my man. You sound, again, like you have stories for days, but that's incredible. And I'm really glad to hear that you didn't change. And I feel like a lot of people in the space, they see it as the same way. It's numbers on a screen. Most of the people here have 90 to 95% of their net worth already in crypto, and they're not pulling it out to fiat, so I love what you said, man. Thank you for being a genuine person. There's not enough genuineness in the world, so appreciate that. With that said, guys, let's open the floor to some audience questions, maybe for the next 15 minutes. So if you guys have a question for anyone on the panel, feel free to raise your hand.
Asking one question to Floki.
Yeah.
Or to
absolutely, David.
Saber. How'd you feel with the articles that came out with it was plastered that like you guys are doing too much advertising, and they're going to be looking into kind of controlling the marketing in London, or was it in London?
Yeah, brother. The reports are specifically targeting London. Yeah. How I feel, I love it, because they fell for my trap. They did exactly what I knew they were going to do, and I called it. I called it before. You know why? Because when we talk about building a network of real people, I'm fortunate enough to have had the opportunity of building a very powerful network. And we're talking legal. We're talking people that if I mentioned, you'd be like, wow. But to me, it's like, doesn't matter who I meet. They're just, you're just flesh and blood. I don't care. I'm not someone who chases, who's like, people are obsessed with like celebrities and these gossip mags and blah, blah. To me, you're just whatever, man. I look at everyone, whether you're on the street or whether you're, the queen, same. You're the same to me, man. So I have people that I'm fortunate to have at my disposal to do things correctly. I can trust them to bring things to me. I mean, for example, I was sitting through 27 pages of legal only yesterday with a huge team. I mean, huge team. I mean, the moves that we're making, I'm talking, these are teams that are known worldwide, right? And this is a leak, by the way. I haven't even said this to our own community. I mean, they know what's up. They know what's coming. But I knew what was going to happen in London. And we were cleared by CAS, right? And CAS are a body that work with the ASA, which is the Advertising Standards Agency. And what you then get is these political parties that are looking at us and thinking, motherfuckers, look how much money they're making. Look how much money they're making, their people, right? And basically it's paid fuddery, man. It's all it is. And I'm completely chilled about it because we've responded. We're going to have legal on it. I mean, the journalists, to be honest with you, that want to speak with me is freaking hilarious, actually. And I've invited them. I've invited this politician, Sian Berry, because she was talking crap out of her ass. I said, come to my office. Come to my office. We'll talk. And while we're there, I'll help you with your marketing campaign. She freaking blocked me. They're cowards. These people in government are cowards. So I love it because they're giving us this publicity that I haven't even paid for. And I knew it was going to happen. And we're doing even more. And by the way, we're going even doubly aggressive, like legit. And while that's out there, I'm going to be appealing whatever they come back to me on and then going through the process again because I've been there before. It's a Mickey Mouse play, as I think Thomas was saying. Look, we're in a space that by the time they have got their pen out and they've shut their mouths, we're already gone. We're over the freaking hill. They ain't going to touch us. By the time they've finished wiping their asses, we're 5 years down the line and they don't know what they're going to be doing with us because we're gone. You ain't playing with us. You ain't playing with any of us. As long as we stick together, we know what we're doing, and we bring the power back to people. This is what DeFi is about. This is what this space is about. Removing the power from these corrupt motherfuckers.
Bro,
Oh my god! I feel like
Damn,
this
that's
is
dope.
my room. This is my
let's
room.
go!
I'm just like, yo, you guys know I have a potty mouth. I'm loving this tonight. I fucking love this. Go
My
ahead, guy.
fucking Twitter crashed on that shit, guy. Look,
Yeah, man,
dude.
this is awesome. This is probably the best space I've ever been a part of. But I've interviewed some really cool people, some different projects. I've had Gil Emilio on. I've had, just a bunch of real big name celebrities and all this other stuff. But this single-handedly is probably the best talk I think I've had in my career doing this so far. Thank
Bro,
you guys for
where
being
is
part of it.
everyone?
It's dope.
What's wild to me is that everyone isn't here, right? On governments, I said this. Did I say this the night before? Like, yeah, you did. We can code faster than they can legislate. Let's fucking go, guys. What are you doing? Fuck this rug pull shit.
Legit.
Let's get together. Let's do our own fucking lobbying. Make this shit perfectly legal and not a gray. No more ambiguity. That's what people want. And it's not this shit from the upper echelon, the fucking tier 1 influencers from crypto, right? Those guys want to bank their crypto. That's it. The reason why this legislation is coming down is because the biggest people in crypto said, I want to keep my money. It's pure greed. And granted, that's where Bitcoin came from, was solving greed, right? Not only did Satoshi propose the solution to fiat, but he also proposed the double spending problem and solved it, right? That's what we need to do here. It's not a proposal of protocol. It's how do you get the hearts and minds of people who use fiat behind this fucking system, right? We are frustrated because this is not working out for them. Why is that? It's because grandma can't fucking invest, right? It's not a matter of investment. It's a matter of you. Jesus Christ, I dropped my phone. Look. This is the classic big block debate we saw in fucking forever ago with Bitcoin, right? Where Roger Ver split away from the rest of Bitcoin because the blocks were not big enough. We did not have enough throughput to compete with Visa, with MasterCard, doing hundreds of thousands of dollars to transactions, per second. Fuck this shit. Why don't we innovate in that direction? We cripple all these guys, and we know we can because we have the float. Every fucking person here, Benzinga, look, every fucking person on this panel. You got it. The panel is dominated by EverRise, Patcoin, Safemoon, fucking anything, right? Fuck all these. It's about DeFi. We're here because we believe in the death of fiat. And it's not that we hate the no coiners, right? It's that we believe in them and that they can succeed in a way that's not go to school, get a job, become a manager, fucking buy a house. It's not sustainable anymore. We are the only system that's where this is possible for UBI to flourish, right? Reflection tokens, right? Granted, Safemoon, like let's not fucking pretend. Yeah, Safemoon is based on a rug pull. It's part of the community. We know where that shit came from. But those fucking B token douchebags had no fucking idea what they had. And I'll tell them that to their face. I don't give a shit. I'll beat them the fuck up. I don't care. Right? Look, they rug pulled for $2 million on a thing that could have been billions of dollars, that could have saved DeFi for real people. Like, let's not pretend why we're here. Fuck this shit. Fuck all this regulation. Fuck all this ideological, like, let's save the fucking rockets thing. This is about money. Take it away from paper. Put it in. This is dumb, right? Right? Our best engineers of our time are finding a way for permanence with electricity. Right? If we bank on them to succeed because they're goddamn geniuses in what they do, we are goddamn geniuses in finance. We are the next level. We are the next tier. Fuck old money. Fuck banks and their fucking transaction tables that are managed with Windows 95. Fuck these guys, man.
You made me vomit in my mouth.
Yeah, yeah. I hope so. Anyway, I should stop. That's my cue. Sorry, guys. I love all of you.
Don't be sorry, man. Don't be sorry. When you speak with passion, don't ever be sorry, man.
Yeah, our people are eating this up, man. My little DeFido people, because you got to understand, we're a little 2-month-old, $10 million project on a panel and a stage with some of the most influential and positive movement people in the space. And our little group, our 15,000 people are just so excited right now that we're doing this. It's kind of like, their two of their dads went off to go, tell the world about them and speak for them. So, but I'm getting messages and stuff, and I sent you a tweet because they love that I'm a fiat atheist. So they were really digging that, man. So thank you for the inspirational words and all of you for allowing us to be here on stage and with such respectful, admirable people that are just speaking the raw, real truth, and they're here not just themselves. It's not one wallet. It's not a one team's wallet. It's the world's wallet, and we're trying to fix it. So I'm loving this shit. Thank you.
That's awesome, man. Seriously, I'm so glad you're here too, because like you said, you're a smaller project, pretty much brand new, but look at the support and the experience you have just in this space alone. And how I know for a fact, if you call or message or DM whoever in any project or any token, as long as you're not being a dick or trying to ask for free money, I guarantee you someone's going to help anyone in here. And like, I know that probably for
awesome.
London, you're going to get a lot more followers from this. You're going to get a lot more engagement and views. But also that goes for everybody in here.
My guy, that's not what it's about. I don't give a shit about views, like Matt Wallace, right? The reason people follow me is because
I got you.
Fuck the following. I'm here to advance the space, right?
Yeah,
we're innovating
yeah.
in a real way, and I want everyone to do it because it's so fucking easy. It's
like, get a group of your friends.
Get a group of friends, like legit, the dude that makes. I'm going to tell you a story. Sorry to derail again, but literally, while we've been talking here, The dude who supplies chips to Bitmain called me, and I hit decline. I'm here to talk to you. Fuck this shit. This is DeFi. We are going to do the best because we can. Because it's awesome. And we love it. For no other reason. You already know, like, we get returns unlike Wall Street has ever seen. 20,000x. Fuck. Who gives a shit? 200,000x. Who gives a fuck? You get in day one with people who you love. This is true flux of value, right? These are the arteries, right? It's your, this is, my God. Why are we here? I'm sorry. I'm ranting again. I need to stop. This is my problem. Call me out if I, fuck. I'm going to move.
All right, Thomas.
Thank
You know,
you.
why? Let's
Stop. I'm
You know,
kidding. I'm kidding.
you know why we're here. You know why we're here. You know why we're here, Thomas. Because we want to stop the bullshit. So let me tell you something else, right? And I haven't said this to anyone. This is an exclusive, right? The ASA, the Advertising Standards Agency, so they had a complaint about us, clearly orchestrated, but that's fine because thank you for the publicity. They said that our adverts would attract children because our freaking logo. Can you believe that? So basically,
What?
I've then returned back. Yeah. Listen to this. This is the bullshit.
Bruh!
This is the bullshit that nobody knows. So when I take this to freaking press, and I fucking will with my legal, just watch the national fucking international
Fucking do it,
papers
man.
explode.
Fucking do it.
Right now, I'm telling you, I'm going to
Get
fucking
'em.
do it. I'm going to
Get
go and
'em.
take the fight for crypto. But
Get
listen
'em.
to this. I showed them a fucking Viagra campaign that had a motherfucker with a cape, a cartoon character. Why does that not attract children? Because it's a fucking attack on crypto. It's an attack on us. You ain't going to fucking win. I guarantee you ain't going to fucking win.
My God.
That's it.
I fucking feel like that was like
Whew.
a clip from Braveheart or 300. Like, look. Yeah, I'm with
Fucking
you.
freedom, brother. That's what it's about. That is what it's about. Freedom. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, this is beautiful because you have a bunch of people from different protocols in this space right now. Nobody's beefing. We're all talking about one goal, and that is to take this shit to the next level. That's why, I'm getting so many DMs with people from like, there's a ton of projects in here just saying this is beautiful. Like, this is the shit that I want to hear. This is the type of stuff that educates me on cryptocurrency and what it's about. The passion. You hear it. Thomas is speaking with passion. Saber up in here talking about, well,
Bro,
what's up with that Viagra? I gotta look into that shit. But like, yeah, that
Dave,
good for you for sticking it, making some noise, rattling cages. I'm all about that.
this is
You guys
why
already know
we're
me.
here. Yo, this is why I said in the before times with Safemoon, the first month, I said, not everything is about money to a futter. Right? It's like we're quite literally 3% of all people that exist that are aware of crypto. How many of us know about smart contracts? What the fuck? Guys, we are the most. We could fight back. This is insane. And in the most positive light. I'm done.
Well, right now, your fans, all you guys, you got a bunch of fans that are DMing me like crazy, and I'm sure TJ's getting it also. They all want to talk to you. So for the next 15, 20 minutes, let's invite some people up here. Let them go ahead and ask you guys questions. Titan, you wanted to say something? I'm so sorry.
No, basically, I mean, I'm a little soft. I mean, after hearing all you guys talking, I mean, I'm a little hyped, like it says, pumped, but I cannot speak like this. But thank you guys. I'm like, hearing you guys is like, it encourages everybody, like motivates, or like, you are just, even like for a soft person like me, I'm being hyped up. Like, I want to say, I mean, Thomas is literally, I mean, you're incredible. Like, I think I should talk to you one-on-one at some point.
Yo, dude,
You are like,
long time coming. Honestly,
mesmerizing.
I've been meaning to reach out to you. We got to do it. Yeah, let's reach out. We'll talk. We'll talk.
Can I have one of those?
Yeah. Who needs cocaine when you got Thomas?
You do
just
it too for
hyping
one?
you up, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, you guys just wake me up. Call me and wake me up with all this passion. Just tell me I'm an idiot, but then tell me how cool I am
Dude.
at the same time. I love it. Fucking
Dude.
love it.
It
I just
doesn't
want to
go
say
away.
that
It
this
never
is
goes
not
away.
financial advice. This is
If-
not financial advice, nor are we advocating for anybody to take or use any drugs. Just wanted to mention that real
in
quick.
the end, if all I am is a reflection on you to hype you up, that's what I'm here for, right? Use the construct of me in any way that you need to participate. Let's fucking go. Build something. I'm so hyped. I love this group.
All right, so let's take some questions now. TJ, you want to start with it?
I'm not a co-host, so I can't invite up. So it's gonna have to be either you or
Fine,
Jen.
Jen.
All right, I guess I will make an appearance. Moon typography. The floor is yours.
My man.
You can unmute your mic in the bottom left-hand corner.
What's up? This is Mootography. What are you guys up to? You guys,
Listener to you.
I was making sure y'all could hear me. Man, y'all got me all hyped up too. I hope y'all are over there slinging out your 100x longs on ETH right now. It's about to start fucking crushing.
Not
Obviously-
financial advice.
Oh, NFA, obviously. Obviously, code's my love language. Ask my wife. You know, I get sexy on ternary and bitwise operators, but love Solidity, love writing code. Saber, what's up? Miss you, bro. We'll talk to you guys later. Just wanted to say what's up.
Yo, brother. Miss you too, man.
Safemoon Millionaire, the floor is now yours. You can unmute your mic in the bottom left-hand corner and ask the panel a question.
Yo, everybody, you guys can hear me okay?
Yep.
All right, awesome. First of all, I'm a large Safemoon investor, invested on day 4. So thank you, Thomas, for building something awesome. I appreciate that. Second of all, I own plenty of EverRise as well. Lots of projects. I'm diversified across 27 projects. But for the people that do know me in here, they know what I'm about. The people that do not, I run a financial advising firm. I started the company, and as of today, I sold all 3 of my companies for substantial gains. And I'm going to let you know that I am one of the very, 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 very few financial advisor firms that will actually talk to their clients about crypto. And the thing that's fucked up about that is I will go to financial advisor firms. I will go to all of these different get-togethers. And when they find out that I talk to my clients about crypto, I'll sit at the bar alone. Nobody wants to talk to me. I'm shunned over it. And it's kind of fucked up because now they're going to be able to look up and see that I sold my company. It's going to be the 3rd largest financial advisement firm sell-off that's ever happened in the state of Tennessee. And when they all don't want to talk about crypto, and that's what I push to my clients, they can suck it, because fuck them guys. This is what it's all about. We know where this is going. Safemoon, EverRise, Packcoin, all you guys, you're fucking amazing. You're bringing financial freedom to people that have not had it. I've been fortunate in life to work myself up to where I am. I didn't necessarily have a question. I just wanted to come up and say I'm 100% on board with you guys. I wish that more people could open their eyes. And, maybe somebody needs to start a coin called Lobbyist Coin, where all the money that goes to that coin goes towards lobbyists that go to DC and push cryptocurrency on these people that don't have their fucking eyes open. Because I don't know how else we're going to do it. They're so afraid of this space that it drives me fucking insane. And I can tell you right now, based on what I have on Safemoon, I am probably going to push money towards lobbyists out of my personal pocket to push the right agenda in DC because I'm sick and tired of that fucking shit. So thank you, Thomas. Thank you, David, EverRise, all you guys up here. You guys kick ass.
Hey, what part of Tennessee are you from? Just real quick.
Yeah, I'm from Tennessee as well, man.
Well, I'm from Knoxville. I live in Knoxville.
I live in Nashville. I'm right outside of Nashville.
Guys, as much as I would love to tell you all that, I am very private when it comes to online, especially with the enterprise.
What's your address?
Yeah, what's my address? Yeah, I live on the side of a mountain. That's about as far as I'll say.
Wait,
but
yeah,
you don't
I know
have
where
your
that is.
social?
Yeah.
What's that, Thomas?
I'm talking shit.
Thomas, if you want my social, you DM me, man.
No, I will never take your social and never take your credit keys. Don't worry.
No, but listen, everybody calls Thomas the Wizard. He is the wizard. But I want everybody to realize he's not the only person in this space. It doesn't matter if you guys are all about Safemoon, if you're all about EverRise, Packmoon, whatever. It doesn't matter. We are all in this together. There's a big movement right now I don't know if it started with the Safemoon Army, but we're really pushing it to where me personally, I open up spaces, Crypto Young does, Safemoon Soldier does, and all these people, Randolph, Gandalf, they all open these spaces, and we have been actively inviting other communities. We want Sheeb and Dogecoin and I can't remember, Centtiva or however you say it. We want you guys to come into our spaces. And if you don't want to come up and speak, that's fine. Don't speak, but sit there and listen to the passion that we have about our projects. Cause I've been doing that. And when I go into these other projects, I'm getting super fucking stoked and super passionate about every space in here because you guys in these other spaces are just as passionate, if not more passionate than we are in the Safemoon spaces. So if you're on here listening, you see them spaces open, follow everybody that's in here and go to those spaces, enjoy each other. Let's build a huge community and fuck up the DC establishment because that's what it's going to end up needing to be happen.
I appreciate you coming up here and definitely appreciate that. I'm gonna roll through this, but we have so many people waiting and they want to ask everybody questions. So let's bring up Trav Smith up here. Trav Smith, you're next.
Yeah. Look, before he comes up, it's not us versus DC. It's us versus New York. It's other old school nerds. It's old money. It's new money versus old money. Right? So when it comes to regulation, it's simply because they don't understand. Right? You wouldn't kick a kid in the face for not understanding our system that we built. Right? So let's continue to build this system and help the kids understand what it is that we're doing without kicking them in the face, right? And that's what the Senate and the House and the Congress is. They're kids compared to us with our understanding of what we know.
Facts being dropped tonight. Trav, what's going on? You got a question for the panel?
Hey, good evening, guys. Just to expand on what Millionaire said, all these Unity spaces that have been being held lately. Tonight, this has been one hell of a fucking Unity space here, with Papa's passion and I've had Thomas's back forever since this project started, and now after tonight hearing this passion behind him, I'm behind him 1,000% more. It means
This
so
is what
much.
we talk about all the time: is to bring the
Yep.
communities together. We're not enemies. We're not
Right.
enemies. We might be into different protocols because we like what the utility that's being brought by them, but we do not have to be enemies. We are here for the same cause. So yeah, it is beautiful. I echo your thoughts. It is beautiful when everybody can sit here from different platforms and we can talk like mature adults, especially tonight, bringing that passion. I love this shit. I live for this shit.
And I wanted to say too, as far as the Unity thing, there's always these crypto conventions in Miami or here and there. Why don't we have a Unity convention at fucking Capitol Hill in D.C. and rally together and show these politicians what the fuck we're talking about?
Well, I think they tried that, didn't they?
I think it's Coin
We don't want to
Center.
do that.
So Coin Center is supposed to go ahead and advocate for us, and apparently, from what from a space that I was in, people were stating that they really haven't or they can't do anything. So maybe we should, maybe we should all come together and start something to have our voices heard peacefully. We don't have, there's no violence involved here. This is peaceful. This is extremely peaceful.
One thing that can happen, and people, I guess, it's realized, maybe not, but crypto's blockchain technology can't, it can't be taken down at this point. It can't go anywhere. Like, they can't just get rid of cryptocurrency. It's there. It's almost impossible to fully just delete it. And the more that these large institutional investors are into it, they're not going to lose money. They're definitely going to not want to pay taxes. It's going to go to us, and that needs to change, blah blah. Because I agree with everything you guys are saying. But the one thing that people need to really remember is, like, this is permanent. This is forever, and this is something that's changing the world because people realize how important blockchain technology as a whole is for society and for growing and for the way we're moving towards. That it's going to, it's going to just, I've said it 1,000 times, it's change our lives, but it's something that can't go away or be taken down, and just is going to be widely accepted and implemented pretty much into everything that we do day-to-day life. I mean, it's already happening, and it's going to be every single thing we do will be some way related to the blockchain, because it's the better way to do it.
For sure. Who's up? I just brought somebody up here. Oh, they left. I guess I'll bring on Shy. What's going on? You got a question for the panel? Shy, you're up here. The mic's yours.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight?
Good. Everybody's good.
Yeah, I just want to give a little shout out uh, to Gokhshtein and all them creating the space, making this possible. To you, Thomas, for the amazing things that you've done and that you are going to do, and for your positivity. Um, and I just wanted to kind of make a couple comments about some of the stuff we had talked or that that you guys have brought up, and like talking about the old money, the old ways, the competition, and all that, and then and waking people up. But the one thing that I just want to my opinion, anyways, that I want to bring to people's attention is beware of lingo. Because one thing that's going to happen is, you know, like somebody said, they can't stop it, and they already know that. They know they can't stop it. So that's why they're having these meetings and using these words like regulation and helping protect you, the investor, because there's no protection in place. And these are the ways that other entities get involved and get their hands in the things. The whole vampire concept is what I call it. They're not in until you invite them in, and that's the way they get invited in, is with these words of regulation and trying to help us. Well, you haven't been helping us for a really long time. That's why we just decided to step up and help ourselves. So, I just wanted to kind of like shout that out to bring people's attention. Just be careful of those words and buying into well, maybe they can help us finish this journey, or maybe they can help us, make it better or safer. And we figured that out. I mean, look at blockchain technology. Those corporations have stepped out before blockchains really even really just hardcore yet. You know, still in its infant stages, I feel like. You know, corporations have already reached out to all these different blockchain technologies to bring it in because they know what it is. You know, and you know, we're reinventing things, we're redoing, you know, we're redoing and remaking things the way that they should have been done in the first place, is the way I feel. And another thing I just wanted to touch on is like we were talking about, you know, the unity and the way that, you know, this tribalism kicks in sometimes. And when I look at it, I'm a person that likes to look at things at 1,000 different angles because I'm weird like that. And it's kind of funny because I feel like a lot of this tribalism is really fake, if I'm just blunt about it, because a lot of us who are into crypto and feel the true capability of crypto are also people who don't have a whole lot of money to be able to put into crypto. You know, we're investing pennies that we don't even really have, to be honest with you. You know, we're sacrificing our meal so our kids can eat, but we're taking our meal and putting it in crypto type scenarios, you know? At least I'm one of those, and I know quite a few others. And you know, and a lot of times the cryptos that we get involved with are by opportunity, whether it's community or the fact that we can, it's all we can afford. I mean, think about some of those expensive cryptos. You think that, you know, people that talk crap about it, if they really didn't have the opportunity that they would get involved in those cryptos, they would. It's just they can't because the opportunity is not there. So they've got theirs. And then we fall in love with our community. And you know, you hear all these same things of, you know, nobody's better than this and nobody's better than that, and it's, you know, it's like Thomas and John, and I hear all the time, you know, it's we all rise together. That's what I always say. You know, we rise together. You know, and like I think Thomas just tweeted out a minute ago that competition that's old ways of doing things. You know, I mean, I didn't grow up in the greatest places. I grew up in the streets and here and there, but you know, I also grew up with that mentality of unity. You know, we all eat or none of us eat. You know, and that's that mentality that I feel like the DeFi space is and has and we should flourish with more and push out more, is there's no reason to compete and get into all these, you know, disputes and all that, because there's plenty to go around. There really is. If you honestly look at it, get outside of the way we've been trained by culture and entities and corporations and businesses and governments, that there's, you know, there's this and there's that and there's a lack of this and there's a lack of that. There's really not. There's plenty to go around. It's just certain people want to keep it all, and we're disrupting that, which is awesome and it's beautiful. And that's what we need to push. And that's all I had to say. I apologize if I talk too much.
Yo, dude, look at it this way. Like, despite the project you support, you bought into, we're here for the same goal. The same driver is behind everything. It's DeFi, right? If you're in Safemoon, if you're in EverRise, if you're in Shiba, if you're in Pack, doesn't fucking matter. If you, the people who are here today are here because they believe in the industry they're in, unequivocally. And I hope that everyone here listening is here with us unequivocally too. This is fucked up, guys. Like, fuck anything you thought you learned in college, in anything. Economics. This is different. We're doing things different. I'll stop there, as I know I could.
I'll jump in there quick, Thomas, man. I can second what you just said. I went to university, got a degree, 4 years I wasted. I say wasted because everything that I've done with moderate to, you know, bigger levels of success are things that I've learned on my own, that I've gone and I've taken initiative on my own doing, and I wanted to educate myself. And the biggest win that I've had is by far DeFi, and meeting all these amazing people and amazing communities and people who just love to build, innovate, and educate in this space. And you can't get that from sitting in a classroom and spending your night writing essays, you know, about nothing, that things you don't care about. things that aren't going to change the world. I mean, you want to change the world, you want to make it a better place, you want to change people's lives, you start from within and you do it yourself, man. So I'm 100% on board with what you just said.
My guy, fuck the projects we're working on. They're great, I'm sure. Good luck. Every fucking person here in DeFi is here because we want to see the end of fiat. We want to see what we're doing succeed, right? This is the upgrade on money. This is the upgrade on the upgrade of money, right? Before, the big pitch was, we're the Netscape. Netscape is a terrifying benchmark. It's like, we want to succeed, right? With regard to the internet, we don't want to be benchmarked against Netscape. Sorry, Netscape engineers, my guys, you failed, right? Pick up, help us prevent the failure of the internet's Netscape for crypto. And that's all we ever want to do, right? Like right now, we are standing on the shoulders of giants. It's crazy. Man, I'm not trying to get myself. I love this shit. I'm not trying to get emotional and stuff. Like every single fucking person that's here that's speaking to you, please take heed. This sort of thing won't come again. These conditions that led up to this event, everything that we've done, it's like waves of the ocean, right? It'll recede. It gains. It recedes. It gains. I don't mean to hijack anything here that we're doing, but motherfucker, every single fucking person here, if you're a part of a project, you believe in a project at all, take the time that's in front of you to build something. You're part of the 3% of people in the world that exist. 7-8 billion people now, right? I stopped at 5. Even if it was 5 people, 5 billion people, DeFi would be much. This shit blows me away. Like, guys, this is the cusp of the next revolution in finance. It's nonviolent. Who gives a fuck? It's about thought. It's about wrinkles. Have more fucking wrinkles, guys. Let's go! Sorry for yelling on the spaces, and I was told that this was supposed to be soft. And legit, I don't give a shit. Because our ideas have to be hard in a way that people can get on board. Your hard edges can be as soft as the staircase that has the most stairs, right? But in order to climb those stairs, anyone who's in it now, anyone here on this panel, it's our obligation to make sure the people who come after us have an easier time. Understand the regulation, because it's fucking stupid. Let's not pretend like this is easy for anyone. I do not want to get up here into the spaces and encourage anyone. Hey, yeah, anyone can start a DeFi project. That's great. You need to start dealing with nation states.
Hey,
If you do not
Thomas.
understand how that works, Yeah, all right.
No, I'm sorry, man. We kind of got to wrap it up. We went like an hour and a half over.
Sorry.
But no, it's
I
great.
can
I
talk
think
for
everyone
days.
loved it. No, you're fine. I'm sure.
I'm sorry.
I loved it. I think everyone else did. I wanted to mention that we will be doing these talks, myself and with the EverRise team, who you know, we'll be doing these bi-weekly, and we'll have more and more guests. So just keep staying tuned to everyone's Twitter. Follow everybody. Of course, everyone here. I don't speak for anyone else, but I loved it. I had a great time, and it was fucking awesome getting to really get a deep dive with some of the creators of some of the projects that made me interested in crypto itself. But everyone stay tuned, and I don't know if anyone from the EverRise team has anything they want to say before we end it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'll jump in right here. This was one of the most fun, passionate, and just electric spaces that I've ever been in my life. I want to thank Thomas, Saber, Benzinga, EverRise Team, DeFido Team, everyone who came up to speak. This was an absolute blast. I'm genuinely looking forward to the next one. I'd love if you guys joined us again. I mean, I'm not going to sleep tonight. If I need another reason not to sleep, it's the energy that I just took from you guys and the electricity in the air. It's contagious. It's what we live for. This is why we do this. So thank you guys again for joining us. I
Thanks
look
for
forward
having us.
to connecting again. Oh, absolutely, our pleasure, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having
2
me,
weeks
man.
soon enough. What a great chat. And DeFi is the future. It's the only way to put it.
Great stuff, guys. Thank you, man. Thanks for having me, and I'll join you guys again soon, hopefully sometime.
Amazing. I look forward to connecting with you guys offline as well.
Yeah,
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
Yeah,
Joe,
and feel free to hit
hey,
me up,
look,
message me as well, and we can. Yeah,
everyone's
just let you know.
here.
Yeah, I would
Shoot
love to.
me a
Like I
message.
said, we're a young project, and I would love to chat with some of you guys because we're trying to do all kinds of stuff right now, and we're learning. We're really learning, and we don't really have like the mentors. You know what I mean? We have Moontography, and that's and we have ourselves, and Imagine here beside me. He's kind of came in as is developing a lot of new products with us. But I would love to have 5 minutes even to speak with some of you guys about your experience and your thoughts on our direction.
Guys, one thing I will say, I know we're wrapping up this show, but I believe David is going to be opening up another Twitter Spaces for those of you guys who want to go join in and carry on the conversation.
The after party. David started an after party.
Thomas will be spinning all night.
Oh man, yeah, Thomas is the guest DJ at David's after party. Let's fucking go.
Honestly, Joe, look, I don't mean to steal the thunder. Like I have a problem.
You didn't steal anyone's thunder. You were perfect.
Look,
if you don't,
my guys,
you can't come back.
This is for everyone's benefit. If I can create an army of second movers, that's what I do, right? If it means for crypto, that's what I do. I don't give a fuck what project I'm working on. I'm doing this for you guys.
Do you know what you do,
I'm
bro?
not going to be alive forever. My kidneys are fucked. Like,
Bro,
I'm gonna
Thomas,
die. Like, I'm gonna die.
Hey,
Thomas,
Thomas,
you
no
need
need
to
to.
stop. You need to stop apologizing.
Not soon, but it's importance, right?
But Thomas, stop apologizing, brother. Stop apologizing, man. You should, like I told you before, you shouldn't apologize for passion, man. When you're feeling it deep down, don't apologize. And let's make first-time movers in their own thing. Everyone can do something. You got your own stories, man. Let's fucking smash it. I'm telling you, you're all going to become multi-million, probably billionaires. Okay?
Let's go.
Let's smash it, man.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be on 2 other calls,
thing
by
in
the way. You
crypto-
guys kept me on here, but I'm glad I made some marketing payments while listening in because it's been great. And I might even be there for the after party sometime. So, yeah. God bless, man. Love you all.
Awesome.
God bless.
Very
Thank
good.
you, Saber.
Love you guys.
Thank you for
again.
everyone.
We'll all talk soon.
Oh, well, before we leave, just wanted to thank EverRise and thank EverOwn. DeFido is now the first cross-chain EverOwn project, which is pretty awesome. So I just wanted to thank you guys for that and let you know that we're taking all the right steps and we're trying to make DeFi safer. and talking about getting back to migration. And, you know, this is a move that we made that we've been working for and toward a long time. And it's a major milestone for us on our journey and our chapter of our story. So fuck yeah. Thank you.
Hell yeah, my dude. Love that.
Awesome. On that note, guys, have a great rest of your evening. Maybe we'll see some of you at David's after party once he gets that spaces up. And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a good one, everyone.
Thanks again, guys. Take
See
care.
y'all.
Thank you.